Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and welcome to week 2 of Vlogmas. First of all, can we just appreciate this background right now? Love it. Love my Christmas tree. Oh my god. So it is actually Tuesday today, December 12th. I am here to kick off the second week of Vlogmas, obviously. If you watched last week's vlog, I am still reading Percy Jackson. I actually had an emergency because I realized that I had forgotten my book at work the other day. So like the day I came home from work, I didn't end up reading anymore that night, so I didn't notice it was gone. And then yesterday I wanted to read a bit, but my copy was gone and I could have read my old copy, but it just felt wrong because I'm tabbing and annotating this. Like, I don't know, I just couldn't do it. And I was so stressed that I hadn't actually left it at work and that I had lost it somehow. But my boyfriend very kindly today went and stopped by my work to see if it was there, and it was. So I'm reunited again, but I'm still reading this. I am on page, what page am I on? 254. So we're doing pretty well. We're like 2/3 of the way through, I would say, and I'm still loving it. I mean, I think I mentioned this in last week's vlog, but there is some problematic language being used, particularly some fatphobic language. And at first I was able to look past it, but it kind of keeps popping up and it's really bothering me. So I'm still loving the story, and this book still means a lot to me because it was my favorite book when I was in elementary school. But I don't think I can give it 5 stars just because that language is bothering me a bit. And I know it's a product of its time. This was written in like 2005, but still bothering me. My feelings are still valid about it. So I did want to mention that in case anyone was planning on rereading this or even reading it for the first time anytime soon. There is a little bit of fatphobic language in this. As a whole, I'm still really enjoying this. I'm also still technically listening to romantic comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld, I think is their name. Actually haven't listened to more of the audiobook since I started it last week, but I will finish that at some point. I just don't really listen to as many audiobooks when I'm not going to school because I don't have like a commute to listen to audiobooks, so I'll probably listen to it more and do some like diamond painting or something. But those are the books I'm in the middle of right now, and I'm definitely going to be finishing Percy Jackson this week because obviously I didn't finish it last week. But I only have one more final left and I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow, and then I'm done. I'm free. I'm so excited. I mean, I feel like I say this every final season, but this one felt particularly difficult. Like, I was crying so much, to be honest. It just felt like I'm sure other students will understand, especially grad students. Like, it feels like it's never gonna end. So the fact that I'm so close, I'm like, what do you mean? So I am very excited to just do nothing once I'm done my finals. I'm hoping to read a lot, but I also just want to listen to like my body and whatever my body wants to do in order to rest and recover from this semester, because it was a tough one, to be honest. And so I expect a lot of movies to be watched. I expect hopefully a lot of reading to be done, but if that's not what I feel like doing, then I'm not gonna make myself. I just want to enjoy my holiday season as much as possible because this is my favorite time of year. Anyways, all that to say, welcome to the vlog. Today I got my eyebrows done, so that was good. And I also stopped by the library because I had a hold to pick up. So I picked up Suddenly a Murder by Lauren Munoz, and to be honest, I don't know much about this book. I know it's a YA like mystery. These high school kids have this like 1920s themed party, and then one of the kids' boyfriends is found dead, and so everyone there is a suspect. So it's just like your classic murder mystery story, and it's very short. I'm hoping, I mean, I probably won't read this until January, to be honest, but I am reading this for a video, and it is for a certain video that I did at the beginning of this year that I will be doing again at the beginning of 2024. So if you were around in January, you might know what video that is, but I am planning to read this at some point. Also, like, I love the feel of library books. I saw Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte talking about this. Like, that noise, I love it. Like, she was onto something when she said that. So there's just something about library books. Love them, love to hold them. So I did get that today, but I'm not gonna read that yet. It is for a video though, but yeah, so welcome to the vlog. I plan to spend my evening just sitting here by my Christmas tree. I'm definitely gonna be playing some Breath of the Wild. I think I mentioned last week that I restarted playing it again. I defeated my first divine beast the other day. I'm very proud of myself. So I'm probably gonna play some of that and hopefully read a bit and just have a relaxed evening, even though my brain is telling me I shouldn't relax because I still have to finish my final, even though I'm allowed to relax and finish my final tomorrow. Like, it's not one or the other, but anyways, she doesn't get it up there. But I do have some wine to help me out. And I do work tomorrow, but then I'm gonna get home from work, finish my paper hopefully, and probably crash from the relief. So yeah, so welcome to the vlog, and I'll see you guys soon. Friday now, so it's been a few days since I updated. I apologize for that, but I have excellent news. I am finished my finals. Thank you everyone. I submitted my last final on, was it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday, and it's due today. So I handed it in early, and I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm way past the point of caring. I mean, maybe I'll care when I get my grade, but I just need it to be done. I mean, I don't think it was bad, but anyways, it's not the time to overthink. I'm done. I can't believe I'm done. It still hasn't really hit me. Like, I still have like residual stress. Yeah, so basically, I think I started this vlog when? On Monday or Tuesday? Anyways, whenever I started the vlog, I mean, aside from finishing my finals, I haven't done that much. I worked on Wednesday and today. In terms of reading, where's my book? Oh, here. In terms of reading, I am still, I'm still reading Percy Jackson. I can't believe I'm not done this yet. I started this the day before December, like the last day of November, obviously, and I'm still not done. This is really not a long read, and I thought this would go by way quicker because it's a reread. I think finals just kind of took over my brain, and then when I wasn't writing papers, I didn't feel like reading. So, but I am almost done, and I'm determined to finish this tonight. So I'm on page 314, and then I realized like the last little bit of this, it's the intro to the Red Pyramid. Is that what it's called? The Kane Chronicles, you know? So I only have like this much left, which is 50 pages, I think. So I think I can finish this tonight. I did read a bit at work today, so I think that's doable. And then, I mean, I'm still really enjoying it, but I would like to move on to something else. But I did finish Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sinfeld. I think I'm in my first clip. Did I mention that I was reading that? I think so. I was listening to it. And the other day, like the day I handed in my final, I had a huge headache, and I would literally like, first I was just like watching YouTube, but the screen was bothering me so much, so I just turned my audiobook on and lay in my bed and closed my eyes and I listened. I had like an hour and a half left, I think, so I just listened to the rest of that. But it was a book, it was not very good. I gave it 2.5 stars, and honestly I feel like that's a bit generous, but like there were parts I liked. I mean, it was a very quick read. The book is basically separated into 3 parts, and the whole second part was just emails, so that went by very quickly. But it was such a weirdly structured book because I don't remember if I explained what it's about, but the first part of the book takes place in 2018, and you're following one of the writers at this book's version of SNL, and then how she meets this famous singer who's hosting this week, and she writes a bunch of sketches. One of the sketches is about how less attractive men who are writers on the show often end up with like very famous women who come to host the show. And so she writes a sketch about that, but it also turns out that her and this famous singer are kind of starting to fall for each other, and she's like, but I'm not attractive, like why would he like me? And she is so like, even so, I don't think this really spoils it. So that's the first part. The second part takes place in 2020, like in the middle of the pandemic, and they randomly start emailing each other like out of nowhere. And then the third part is like at the end of 2020, they decide to meet up in person. And like, oh my god, I hate it. It was giving like Love Light Farms a little bit just at the end. Not as bad as Love Light Farms, but I hate when the main character, when there wasn't even really a third act breakup, but when the third act conflict revolves on the main character being like, no, actually I don't think you do like me because I'm not pretty, so there's no way you actually like me. Like, that was her problem, was that she was like, there's no way someone as famous as you would find me attractive. And like, he's shown her so many times that he is attracted to her, like multiple times. And she's like, and I understand, she's insecure, okay, I get it. But I just don't like reading about it because it's like, obviously, okay, I got interrupted and I don't remember what I was saying. But I think I was saying that I just hate reading about when like the conflict is just that the main girl like all of a sudden is like, I can't believe he would like me, and therefore there's no way he does. Like, she decides for both of them like that there's no way he likes her or whatever. I hate that. I hate that. I hate it so much because reading it, it's like, obviously he likes you a lot, obviously, like, anyways, it was just really annoying. Also, I could go on and on about this book, I feel like, but I think I mentioned this, that the sections where she's writing for SNL, or not SNL, but whatever, all of the sketches she writes are so unfunny, and like all the sketches she talks about, there's so many like fart jokes and like poop jokes and bathroom jokes, and I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I wrote this in my Goodreads review, but like, why did we talk about poop so much? Like, there were sketches about poop, and then there was like a lot of talk about poop in the last part of the book. I don't know why. Like, she was calling her friend because she was nervous to poop at his house, and they had like a long talk about it, and like, I don't know, 1 or 2 mentions of poop. That sounds weird, but I guess that's fine. But like, I don't need to hear about poop so much in a romance. Like, that does not set the mood. Also, the romance was a whole other thing. It was not, there was no chemistry. Where was the chemistry? If I were this guy, I would have ditched this girl a long time ago. Like, she got on my nerves. So anyways, I didn't love it. Still, 2.5, like, there were parts that I didn't hate, I guess, and it was quick read, whatever. Maybe it's more of a 2, but 2.5, I'm sticking with it. So I did finish that. That's the only book I've finished so far in December, which is a little embarrassing, but it's fine. So those are my reading updates. And tomorrow I'm very excited because me and Sean are gonna go see Wonka. I'm so excited. Those of you who know me know how excited I am about this movie. Ever since they announced that Timothée Chalamet was involved, I was like, yes. I know a lot of people don't think he's like weird enough to be Wonka. Like, you don't know him like I do, okay? If you watch interviews with him, he is so like unhinged. It's great. So I am so excited. I think it's gonna be just a really fun movie, and I'm just happy to like go out and do things without the thought of like papers I have to do on my mind. So I'm excited about that. So there's my little update, and my plan is to finish this tonight, but I'll probably also like play Switch and watch booktube as I always do. Maybe I've been watching Once Upon a Time also lately because I just got the urge to rewatch it. So who knows? The night is young. It's only 6:30. So I'm gonna go just relax, and I'll see you guys sometime soon. This vlog, so I have a lot of updates for you guys finally. So let's start with the reading updates. First of all, I did end up finishing The Lightning Thief the other day, finally. I don't know why it took me so, well, I do know why it took me so long to read it. It's because I was writing my finals, but I finally finished it, and I mean, I give it 4.5 stars. In my heart, it's a 5-star, but like I just couldn't get past some of the like dated jokes in this book and some of the like fat-phobic comments. I just couldn't get past it just because how repetitive they were. So I gave it 4.5 because of that. But I had such a great time being back in this world, and I'm so excited for the TV show to come out. Right now, what's today? Today's the 18th, right? Yes, today's the 18th, which means the show comes out in 2 days. I don't think I realized it was that soon. Oh my god. So I am very excited about that, but I'll talk more about that in next week's vlog. And then you also saw I ended up rereading volume 4 of Heartstopper and then reading volume 5. So volume 4, I mean, loved it again. It is my favorite volume of Heartstopper, so I gave it 5 stars, obviously. I just love how it tackles topics like mental health and eating disorders, and my battery's flashing. Please hold out for just a little longer, battery. And anorexia and self-harm, trigger warnings for all those topics, but I think Alice Oseman just handles it so well, and what like a really healthy relationship looks like, because it is so hard to be in a relationship with someone who like all you want to do is help them, and there's only so much you could do. So I think Alice Oseman just does a great job portraying that, especially in a teen relationship. Like, it's so hard. But anyway, so volume 4 I loved again, and then volume 5, I mean, I loved it. It's Heartstopper. I don't think I would ever not love a volume of Heartstopper, so I also gave it 5 stars. I was thinking about my ranking of all the volumes, and I do think volume 5 might be my least favorite, but it's like I still loved it, and it was a lot about Nick and Charlie taking the next step in their relationship, which was like maybe that's why it's my least favorite, just because like these are my sons. So I was like, but I do think that it is important to show relationships getting intimate, especially a same-sex couple, and especially for teens, because they don't have that representation as often. And so I think the representation is great, obviously, but those are my sons. And it's not like, it's not graphic or anything. Like, this is, you know, it's a Heartstopper, it's not gonna be graphic, but I mean, it was just perfect for what the story was. It was perfect. I think my ranking would be volume 4, then 1, then 2, 3, 5. I think that's my ranking, but I love all of them, and I've given them all 5 stars, so do with that what you will, but I loved it. So I read those the other night, and then I started, well actually I've started 2 other books. I've started The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. I started this yesterday. I'm only on page, what page am I on? 30. So we're very far into this book, but so far I'm really liking it. I really love Ava Reed's writing. I read A Study in Drowning last month, I think it was the beginning of November, and I adored it. One of my favorite books of the year. Loved it so much. So I am just very happy to be back with their writing, and I'm just already really liking this. And I also started the audiobook for One Day in December, and if you guys don't know, that's one of my favorite books ever. This is my 5th time reading it. I read it every December, and the audiobook is just so comforting to me. I love it so much. Like, the second I started it, it feels like it hasn't been that long since I last read it, even though it's been a year. But like, I don't know, there's just something about the audiobook that is just so comforting to me. So I'm so happy to be reading that again. So I started listening to that yesterday. I didn't get very far, but those are my reading updates. And then quick little life updates, because I need to talk about this. I did end up seeing Wonka the other day. You guys, it was everything I hoped it would be and more. Listen, I've talked about this movie so much since I found out that it existed and that Timothée Chalamet was playing Wonka. I was so excited for it, but like I still expected it to be like, okay, it's gonna be like a kid's movie, it's gonna be really silly, and like it was, but it also like it had so much heart. It was also really funny, and I don't think I realized that it was a musical. And the songs, I've just been listening to the soundtrack nonstop, and like I heard someone say that Timothée Chalamet wasn't a good singer, and like I don't know what they're talking about. I thought he sounded really good. I mean, he's not gonna win like a Grammy anytime soon, but like he's definitely a better singer than some other people who have been in musicals, let me tell you. I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was really cute and funny, and I just can't wait to rewatch it. So that is also gonna become a comfort movie for me, I think. I loved it. I loved it so much. So I wanted to share that because I want everyone to go see it. And also yesterday I saw my coworker from the library. I haven't seen him since the summer, since August when I stopped working there. And so it was really nice to see him again. We went out for sushi and it was just so nice to catch up. I love him so much. He's great. So I had a really nice night last night. So those are all my updates. But I finally finished some books this week. That is the second week of Vlogmas done. I have finally finished my finals and I'm just happy to spend this next week leading up to Christmas just relaxing as much as I can and reading. I can't wait to keep reading this book and listening to One Day in December and hopefully finishing a few more books before the end of the year. So thank you so much for watching. If you watched till the end, leave a chocolate bar emoji for Wonka. And yeah, I'll see you guys with next week's vlog. See ya. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.